Good morning. It's 10 o'clock. I'm Clifford Chu, and it's time for the Easy News on ICRT. The TAIEX opened up 41 points this morning from yesterday's close at 84.16 on turnover of 2 billion NT. Premier Zhang Yihua will deliver his long-delayed policy report to the legislature today. However, opposition lawmakers will be conspicuously absent from the chamber for the duration of the address. DPP caucus whip Ke Jianming says the party's lawmakers will be gathered outside the legislative chamber in protest. The DPP has blocked Zhang's address 6 times since the current legislative session began in mid-September. The chairman of Changqi Foodstuffs yesterday apologized over allegations his company violated food safety laws and committed fraud by using substandard products in its cooking oils. Speaking to reporters, Gao Zhenli denied charges that the company's products failed food standard tests due to the widespread use of lesser quality oil as part of cost-cutting measures. Prosecutors raided the food producer's Changhua County factory yesterday, seized 2,490 liters of olive oil along with raw materials and accounting books. The Aviation Safety Council says it is carrying out follow-up investigations into this week's crash of a Sunrise Airlines helicopter near Jade Mountain. According to the council, it is currently examining the helicopter's mechanical systems and black box for clues. Family members of the victims have told cable TV news networks that they believe the age of the helicopter was a major factor in the reasons behind the crash. 3 people died in the accident. And the Ministry of National Defense says it will take delivery of 6 Apache attack helicopters from the United States in early November. The 6 helicopters are the first in a batch of 30 purchased by Taiwan for $2 billion. The helicopters will be shipped to Kaohsiung and then will be flown to the Army Aviation Special Forces base in neighboring Tainan City. The last batch is expected to be delivered next year. U.S. President Barack Obama is urging responsible governing following the nearly 3-week-long crisis over funding the American government, which he says caused unnecessary damage to the economy. U.S. federal government workers are returning to their jobs after a deal was reached to keep Washington funded through January 15th and extend the debt ceiling to February 7th. Priscilla Huff has more. Authorities were assessing damage from almost 100 wildfires burning across Australia's most populous state that killed 1 man, razed an unknown number of homes, and forced hundreds of residents to evacuate. Milder conditions were helping firefighters after yesterday's unseasonably hot temperatures and strong winds fanned flames across the parched landscape and threatened towns surrounding Sydney. The number of fires in New South Wales state had dropped from more than 100 overnight to 94, burning across 86,000 hectares. The trial against former Peruvian President Alberto Fujimori began yesterday. Fujimori is currently serving a 25-year sentence for authorizing death squads and corruption. He is being tried on allegations he diverted government funds to finance newspapers that backed his successful run for a 3rd term. After arriving at the trial poorly dressed and disheveled, his lawyers were granted a suspension of the session due to Fujimori's poor health. And finally, Vatican museums may be forced to limit the number of visitors to the Sistine Chapel if its new air conditioning and air purification systems don't significantly reduce dangerous pollution levels. The new system, which is expected to be operational at the end of 2014, would curb the dust, humidity, and carbon dioxide that are dulling and discoloring Michelangelo's frescoed masterpiece. Some 5.5 million people are expected to visit the Vatican museums this year. And finally, looking at the weather across Taiwan, we can expect mostly cloudy skies with occasional rain in the north with a high of 26 in Taipei, and partly clear skies in the center and south with a high of 29 in Taichung and a high of 31 in the Kaohsiung area. Current temperatures are Taipei, 25, Taichung, 26, Kaohsiung, 28. That's it for the Easy News today. Remember, you can download a slower version of the news, as well as a transcript with Chinese explanations on our website, www.icrt.com.tw. Just look for the Easy News. Enjoy the rest of your morning. I'm Clifford Chu.